your hands together and give Jesus praise in this house. I'm going to piggyback off you and we're just going to go home. Is that all right? So the scripture said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall make your path straight. Now they told me at first, they told me that this was supposed to be a vision in motion. And then they changed it and said, we're walking the word. So I said, Lord, where are we walking in the word? The Bible says, in the beginning was the word. The word was with God, and the word was God. Skip on down to verse 9. It said the word became flesh and dwelt among us, the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So when I hear work the word, I hear let Jesus do his job. So if I got a sermon for you today, it said, why don't you go somewhere and sit down? Go somewhere and sit down. The problem that we don't want to sit down is because we don't trust who God is. Because the Bible says in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter and the 6th verse, that he has caused us to sit in heavenly places. And now we want to stand up and do God's job. But God has already done the work because he is our champion. And all you need to do is sit down. Listen. He told me, I said, Lord, why do we need to sit down? He said, listen, you trust God, but you don't trust me. I said, Lord, I don't know what you mean by that. He said, those who are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of God. He said, so I created you in my image, so you are God. But the problem is you trust yourself more than you trust me. So instead of sitting down, because you got to understand, mother, you're sitting down now because you're sitting down because you're not doing anything.
That's right.
I got the mic.
All right.
You're not playing, you're not singing. You just sitting, you resting. When it's time to work, you stand up. And we think that we have to stand up because we think we have to work because we don't trust God. Because God says, and being confident in this very thing that he that began a good work in us. It is not us working in ourselves, it's because he is working for us. We should be sitting down with our legs crossed and a drink in our hand because he is our champion. The woman of God got up and said he's bringing us to restitution. Restitution ain't got nothing to do with you. You know how I know? Because you tried to get it on your own and it failed. You put your hands to it and tried to work it. You tried to work the ground. The ground didn't yield no fruit. You wanted your 40 acres and a mule that didn't give it to you. So now that you sit down, God gonna bring it to you because that's your restoration. He said that he'll bring back everything that the cankerworm and that the locust and the caterpillar has eaten, not the stuff that you ate. Sit down, y'all making me nervous, like my mama said. Y'all making me nervous. It is not anything that you do that makes you worthy for what God is doing in your life.
That's right.
That same scripture says, by grace we are saved, lest any man should boast. So why are you standing up? Because the Bible even said that even Jesus, when he was received into heaven, sit in the right hand of the Father.
That's right. Come on.
I'm trying to get with you. And so you go to Psalms, the 110th chapter and the first verse, and it says, my Lord said to my Lord, sit down here while I make your enemies your footstool. You looking for enemies, but you're standing up. I ain't got no footstool because I'm standing up. I can't look at my enemies because he said in the 23rd chapter, he said, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. But you standing up, you ain't even ready to eat. I remember when my mama was in the kitchen, she was cooking something. I come in, I say, you want me to do something? You want me to put your hand and stuff? And she said, well, go somewhere and sit down. Well, go somewhere and sit down. Why? And she told me, because I got this. You in the wrong place. I got this. Why you got your hand in what I'm doing? Don't put your hand in my greens. I got this. Don't touch my talent. Don't touch nothing of mine. Boy, go somewhere and sit down. And God is telling you the same thing. Boy, girl, go somewhere and sit down. Don't you know that I'm your champion? Don't you know that victory already belongs to you? Don't you know that you already are triumphant? Why don't you understand this? Because you don't understand what walking in the word really means. You're supposed to watch it walk by. Watch it walk by. Watch the word become manifest and in your presence. Watch the word heal the sick. Watch the word feed the hungry. Watch the word get up on a cross and die for you so that you can sit down with your lazy self and sit back and eat of the goodness of the Lord. You come in this church and say, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Why you worried about it? Trust in the Lord. Why you looking for it? Trust in the Lord. Why you trying to search it out? Trust in the Lord. So I say, Lord, hold on. I said, Lord, when is the time I need to stand? He said, you remember watching the Gladiator? And the only time they stood is when the champion came in the room.
All right now. That's right.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
The Bible says we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a peculiar people. So when a king is sitting in the room, the king always sits down.
That's right. Amen. Come on.
Y'all ain't with me. Y'all tired.
Talking good.
The king sits down.
Talking good.
You know, because when the pastor is in the room, you stand up.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Is it on?
It's on though.
When the apostle walks in the room, we stand up.
That's right.
And we wait to be seated till he sits down. When the judge walks in the room, we stand up. When he sits down, we sit down. Why does that mean? That means so when the king is in the room, we are sitting down. Don't you know that I'm calling you a king? Don't you understand that I'm calling you a king? That Jesus has said, I'll let you be the king because I'm the champion. So when I'm in the auditorium and the arena, when I walk up there, that's the only reason why you want to stand up as a king, because you're celebrating that your victory is already here. I see my victory in the room, so I stand up to praise. Everything else ain't worthy for me to stand up and worry about it. The only reason why I stand is because he is here. And when the King of Glory shall come in, the King of Glory shall come in, and then we have the victory. Grandma said, go somewhere and sit down. Beloved, listen, in this next season as we're walking the word, and we're only doing that only because the apostles saw that we needed a pick-me-up.
Yes.
We needed something that was going to bring us to the next place. We needed something that was going to ignite our fire and reignite our faith in God. And the problem is we don't have faith in God. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess up your spirituality. I'm not trying to call you out and say that you don't love God. That's not what I said. I said we don't have faith in God. Because if we had faith in God, we will rely on the things that we've already seen God do. You will rely on the things that you've seen God do. Faith is what God has already done, which is why he is steadfast, which is why this is unmovable. I have faith in the podium that the podium will stand. So I'm not worried about the podium. What is the podium doing? What is the job description? When is it going to fall? When is it going to fail? We have faith in God. We should not worry what God going to do. What he said he going to do. Is he going to answer? Is he going to have a promise? Is he going to keep his promise? Am I worthy enough? Does he love me? Does he care about me? Because he's already said, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. As we walk in the word, we now understand that Jesus was the Word. Jesus is the Word. We understand that Jesus is God, flesh. So that we understand that truth came and walked before us.
That's right.
When truth came, because he said, I am the way. Oh, I thought I had preachers still in here. So when we understand that the Word is truth, not the book.
Come on. Oh, help God speak.
But God is truth.
Come on.
So if it's truth, why stand up?
My God.
When God says I'm healed, why worry?
All right.
When God says I'm the head and not the tail.
Come on.
Even though I got 1 week left on my unemployment. And they don't want to give me this job. Even though they put my back out and I was out of work for 6 months. Couldn't get unemployment if I wanted to. Had a little bit of food stamps. Was asking God, Lord, why? You know I like to work, because if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. And I like to eat. I ain't got this big just because I was looking at food. I like to eat. And so I said, Lord, why you bring me all the way down here to North Carolina and put me in a place of poverty? But he says, I thought you said you trusted me. And I realized that I didn't trust him. I just had a little bit of faith in him. Because trust is the absence of faith. Trust says, I don't know how you're doing it. I just know you're going to do it. Trust is hope. Trust is I've never been in this situation before. I haven't been sick before. I have not seen you heal my body before. But I trust you because you're God. Just before we got here, we was moving one of our members' houses, and my dad walked out with this big old box. The first time he walked out, if you understand my dad, you understand that dad will lift all these chairs in here and say, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking at you like, man of God, are you sure you're all right? But he's good. So he walks out with this big old box. He said, move, James. Move. I got this. Okay. I said, okay. He came out again. He said, listen, don't rush. Take your time. We got a long way to go. Take your time. We got a long way to go. He came out with another box. The box looks heavy. He said, here, take this box. My trust in him says that he's not going to give me something that I can't carry.
All right now.
All right now. Say it.
My trust in him says he cares enough about me that whatever he gives me will be for my betterment and not my pain. My trust in him says that even if it is pain, pain becomes for my good. Came down here, I was over 100 pounds bigger than I am now. He said, get out there and walk 2 miles a day. I said, man, you must be crazy. Didn't trust him. Didn't know him. Didn't trust him. He's an apostle. I know he's an apostle. Know he a man of God. Can I be real with you, Pastor? No. I know he a man of God. I know he know the Lord. But I'm going to get out here and die in these hot streets. I'm not from down here. I'm from up north, from by Chicago. I like the wind and the air conditioning. Got me out there walking 2 miles a day. Said, I know you can do it. One day I was walking 2 miles and ended up looking down at my phone and I done went 10 miles. Y'all should have been dancing right there. Why should you been dancing? You thought that was going to take you out the last time. You thought you could take what the enemy put on you, but the truth of the matter is not easy. I say